In this video, we'll show you how to prepare your uKeg for a fill, whether it's your first or your 15th. We'll show you the process of getting the fill, how to properly charge the cap, and best practices for pouring carbonated beverages like a pro. We'll also give you a few helpful tips on how to routinely inspect and clean your uKeg. Before we get to the most important part, enjoying delicious beverages, here are some simple recommendations to get you started. Make sure that your uKeg is clean, free of dust, or any debris left over from previous fills. Start by unthreading the sleeve from the cap. Double check to make sure that the pressure relief plug on the bottom of the sleeve is in place as well. Periodically, you'll want to inspect the cartridge seal on the bottom of the cap. Make sure it has no visual rips or tears and note the orientation when reinstalling it. It's also a good idea to take a look at the cap seal shown here. Now install your food-grade CO2 cartridge. Make sure the cap is in the off position and thread the sleeve on quickly and firmly. And now that that's out of the way, let's get this thing filled. Take your uKeg to a brewery or tap room that fill growlers to go. Remove the cap and have the bartender fill your uKeg. Once the uKeg is full, either you or the bartender can screw on the cap. Another thing to note, you don't need to overly tighten the cap in order for it to have a proper seal. It's almost time to enjoy craft beer just as the brewer intended. Sometimes, after getting your uKeg home or prolonged transporting, the gauge may show higher than desired pressure, even before you've turned up the dial. You can pour off a little beer to relieve this pressure, then just dial the cap to the pressure you like while looking at the gauge. This can be adjusted as needed to achieve the perfect pour. You're now ready to enjoy fresh, cold, and carbonated beverages anytime. It's always a good idea to lock the tap on your uKeg when you're storing it or transporting it. Once the uKeg is empty, turn off the pressure, slowly unscrew the cap and set it aside. Rinse the uKeg having the tap open with warm water several times. And now, reinstall the cap and use any extra CO2 to force water through the tap to clean it. Then, turn the cap off and drain any extra water that may be left in the uKeg. Set it aside with the tap open to dry. Before unscrewing the cartridge sleeve, always turn on the cap to release any remaining CO2. Then recycle it or dispose of it in the trash. Finally, rinse the cap and sleeve with warm water. Set both aside to dry. Following these simple steps will ensure your uKeg is in tip-top shape and keep you pouring like a pro. Enjoy!